are, gang, live from a new set. Finally got the budget we needed. Roy, Frank, Opie. Here we are. We haven't did one of these in a while.
No, it's been some time. Months, I think. Has it been months? Has it been months?
I think the last one we actually did a movie one was Halloween, October of last year.
No shit, really. It's that long ago?
Mm-hmm. So we figured it'd be fun to step away from the adventures, come back to the roots, the movie roots, and do a couple videos. This is one. I think we have another big one lined up. Opie is on holiday. He's with us in digital form.
Yep.
But
he's poolside.
He is. But I've seen a lot of YouTubers do this 10-question horror survey. Was that what we would call it?
Questionnaire, maybe?
Questionnaire. There we go. So, yeah. So I figured what a good idea to get back out there, and then we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
We're itching slowly but surely towards the fall, the best season.
Oh my god. October, are you kidding me? Hoodies, pumpkin lattes. I'm kidding about the lattes, but hoodies, fall, chilly weather, football.
Yep. See. So yeah, this is a good, just a good icebreaker. We haven't been, here for a while. For all the old followers we had, always appreciate you. For the new followers we have, welcome to the channel. Hopefully stick around. Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna dive into it. We have 10 questions?
10 questions.
10 questions. Frank and I did not reveal our answers to each other.
No, we did not.
So,
if we have duplicates of the same answer,
that's it. So it's gonna be kind of interesting here. Question number. You want to start? Are you ready to start?
Yeah, I'll start.
Let's start. Let's get this underway.
Okay.
Question number 1.
Let's see here.
You have it?
I have it right here.
I have my answers.
I have it right here.
Active warranty here. You gonna get
Question
this taken
number
care of
1.
here, Frank?
Yeah, sorry. Question number 1. What is your favorite horror movie opening sequence?
Favorite horror movie opening sequence?
After you. Please take the first one.
I'll
You
go
take the first one, yeah.
So this is tough because I thought about this, and the two that immediately come to mind, believe it or not, and as not as great as the one movie is, and as pretty good as the one movie is, I'll just mention the runner-up. The runner-up is from a movie called Ghost Ship. Do you remember that movie?
I do remember the movie.
Do you remember that intro?
I do remember the intro.
Listen, that intro to that movie was, it's awesome. I thought it would set the tone for the movie. I still have love for that movie though.
It's a good movie.
But
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. But that intro.
With the little girl, right?
Yeah, the little girl. Yeah. So if you didn't say it, spoiler or whatever, but you'll still enjoy it even if you know it's coming. So it's Titanic-esque. This little girl's on the ship. Everybody's having a great time on the deck of the ship, slow dancing, and all of a sudden, I guess it would be like a big heavy metal cable, like a rod, snaps, like it's cut loose, and and everybody is slowly but surely just going in half, and it's so fucking. It is the bloodiest.
Slices everyone.
It's so
right in half,
so bloody,
right on the dance floor.
But I remember seeing that as a kid. I was like, holy shit, sets the tone. But not getting too far from the question, getting too far away. Mine is, I'm gonna have to say Scream.
You know what? That's a good one too.
Scream.
I was thinking about that for using it for mine when I was going over the question along.
And I'm gonna say this too because when I went to see this movie when I was a kid, a young chap, this is before IMDb, the internet, so you knew the headliners of the movie through the poster, and you see Drew Barrymore. She's one of the main, cast. So you figure, she's gonna be in the
Man,
whole.
you had the hot for her too, didn't you?
I still have the hot for
her.
You figure she's gonna be in it the whole movie. Well, no, she's not. And that opening sequence is, with her boyfriend outside, with her getting fucking destroyed with that knife, while her parents are like, it's pretty brutal. So I'm gonna say that's my favorite opening.
It's a good one.
It is good.
Same thing. Looked around, and I have a nice horror selection of movies upstairs, so I went through them all, and I think I'm gonna have to say 28 Weeks Later, the opening scene to it, because it's the infected. It starts with the family in the cabin, and it looks like a real secluded area. And once again, spoilers, obviously.
Yeah. Hopefully you've seen these movies.
Yeah. If not, shut it off. So the cabin's secluded in this area, and it's the families in there. And then next thing you know, the infected come in, and it was pretty brutal because they just ransacked the whole house. Everybody's trying to get out of the house one way or another. And what really really struck me was the one part. His family, the guy, Robert Carlyle, his family screaming for him, him to come help them because they were about to get killed or whatever. And so they're screaming for him, and next thing you know, he's in the doorway about to run in, and then he slams the door and fucking runs out the other way just to save himself while his wife and his kid or whatever is inside screaming.
That part, I haven't seen that movie in a while, but that part, as he's running away, is he hysterical crying? Is he crying?
I think he's just it seems like he's just huffing and puffing because he's running for steam.
Because I do remember, the thing about them 28 days, 28 weeks later, which gets to me is the speed of the zombies is terrifying, as how fast they move, and also the music they use.
Oh yeah,
sequences. Very nerve pinching, very high pitched, very fast.
Yeah. So then they just follow him, running away from the house. He gets out, run away from the house, and leads you to believe that the families inside just fucking getting.
Now you know my glitch with this movie.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
For the viewers watching this film.
The thing is, you got a problem with 28 days, right?
No, No, this is the thing.
You want to get into this now?
I just
This is the time and place to do this.
This is I just like to say, get it off my chest. So in the first movie, the zombies they don't want to, the daylight affects them. In the second movie, they're running in the open field. Yes, because in the first one, they're trying to get out of that tunnel to get to the daylight to escape the zombies when they're changing the tire.
Because they cannot see the infected. It's a rage virus. They can't see in the tunnel, so they can't see anybody coming at them.
Okay. Well, listen. You heard it from me. You heard it from him. You tell me what you think. Moving on to question number 2. Did you have any runners up or anything you were thinking of?
No runners up for that one.
Okay.
No.
Interesting. Short and sweet there.
Number 2. What are your top 3 favorite horror movie quotes?
Tough one. It's very tough. Thought about this. The one's kind of like a cheat here. But I'm going to go first with mine. And I am not crazy about this movie, but I do like this quote. Bride of Frankenstein. When the monster and the bride are together, and the quote is just very simple, "We belong dead." And I thought that was interesting because in that movie, Frankenstein, it's a monster, but he develops feelings. Nothing good has happened to that monster since he was born. But he was born from death. So him actually coming to the realization is we belong dead. Meaning, there's nothing, everything is going bad. So I thought it was a very cool quote.
It's deep.
Very deep.
Yeah.
And the 2 guarantees, Frank, as you know, when we're born, 2 guarantees. You're born and you die. That's it.
You also pay taxes.
You definitely do pay taxes. Quote number 2, and it's not a quote, more of a story or a part of a movie. And I always like running this with Jaws. Jaws, everybody considers it a horror movie. I don't consider it a horror movie because I've been watching it since I was 4. And I love them. It's holiday movie. It's everything movie. It's the whole summer movie. Quinn's speech about the Indianapolis.
Yes.
That part I would like to have been a boom guy, just holding a mic, just during that scene of them 3 guys acting.
Oh, it's intense. It's an intense scene.
It's very, very good, and that's definitely it's definitely up there. It needs to be named, but I found out something about that scene. Not getting too far away from the question, but Steven Spielberg's view for Jaws 2 was a prequel to Jaws of that event.
Really?
Indianapolis, yeah.
The part would have been good.
Yeah. he could still make it, but he said he has no interest in doing that.
Right.
So, and last one, 3, for Pet Cemetery, Judd.
Old man Judd.
Sometimes.
Where'd that go? Let's bring it back.
Oh.
There it is.
Sometimes dead is better. It's a very, 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 very good quote. I'm not going to tell you my line of work because we don't do that on YouTube. But that quote, sometimes you see it 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
So, that's my 3 quotes.
Yeah.
Pretty deep, pretty for harsh, but
I don't think any of mine are pretty that deep.
yeah. But
Very serious.
I gave a lot of thought to it. Yeah. So them 3 quotes.
Good. I have a runner-up for these quotes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The one was I wanted to include a quote from this movie, but the whole movie is pretty quotable, and I was giving myself a headache.
Down the camera, see it. Done. Good.
This is fucking serious.
That's it. Good.
There's and I was giving myself a headache trying to think of which quote to actually go with. American Psycho. This movie is probably one of the most quotable movies I know. I just wanted to put that out there.
Really?
I think so. I know a lot of them. So I'm just gonna skip over it totally. The first quote I want to go with is Jack Torrance from The Shining. When he's walking up the staircase and when he says the quote, just shows the intensity of like how crazy he went to start threatening to kill his wife in this hotel, and how far off the deep end that he actually went.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
The next one
I'm just gonna bash
is
I'm gonna
Reagan.
bash him right the
Reagan
fucking
from The
thing.
Exorcist.
She has some good ones in that.
She has a lot of great ones in that. And I only chose the one quote.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
And I just think it's hilarious because shows the movie has balls to actually say some of the stuff that she went on and said in this movie.
Her having sex with a crucifix.
Yeah. What was she saying? Fuck me, Jesus.
I think she's saying fuck me, fuck me.
Oh my god. The balls that this movie has, it's incredible.
It's one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, holy shit. Some of the stuff that she would say. So that's one of my favorites in there. And what's the last one? Psycho, Norman Bates. Which I have tattooed on me too, just because we all go a little mad sometimes.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Also a good one from that movie.
What do you think about? What's it called?
A boy's best friend's his mother. Alright, question number 3. Good quotes all around. Jared, want to throw in like a Killer Clowns from Outer Space or a Drive quote or something in there? No.
He's preoccupied. Alright, where are we at? 3?
3.
Alright. King or Kubrick? Which version of The Shining is better?
Kubrick. And I'm going to say this, I'm biased because I never actually read The Shining. Did you read The Shining?
How the fuck do you know?
Well, I'm just giving you what I know. Kubrick, 100%.
Alright.
Oh.
Shining. Right there. This. That's for later. Shining or The Shining, which I don't have the cover, but it's right there. I'm gonna tell you what. Both of them here. They're.
Did you read them both? Did you read that?
I am in the middle of reading it right now.
Okay.
I think I'm about 100 pages into it.
That wasn't a knock on either. I was just curious because I don't know.
I have look. There's a bookmark in there.
Oh,
About 100 pages in. So I'm loving the book so far, and I'll tell you what, the movie is fantastic all the way through, and I'll tell you, the book is definitely giving a run for its money here.
Quick question.
Yes.
So far, what do you say, about 100 or so pages in?
Yeah, about 100 pages in.
Is there any noticeable difference off the bat?
Yes, there is.
Right.
Wendy, Winifred, she's actually pretty good looking in the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's supposed to be, pretty looking girl.
Mm.
In the movie,
She fucking.
But that was the main thing, and of course they go into like a little bit deeper into the book. Also, what I noticed is that Tony. Do you know how in the movie he said Tony? He lives in my mouth. In the movie, he says it at the very beginning of the movie, and then he would talk as Tony. So
is that the raspy?
Yeah.
When he does the okay.
Yeah. He doesn't. He doesn't live in his mouth in the book. He sees him though.
I think I'd rather him see him.
Yeah.
Than doing that fucking awful. That voice.
That
sucks.
voice.
That kid sucks.
I mean, before being what was he 6? I mean, I guess not too
Jack
bad.
Nicholson should have fucking just.
Beat the shit out of him.
I'll tell you though, Universal Studios this last Halloween Horror Nights go every year. Highly recommend it. They did a Shining House and it was fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah.
But, if you do want to know what I think, better movie or the book, as soon as I'm finished the book, it'll be on there.
Wow, really plugging yourself, huh?
I am. Ooh.
Is that a crown?
It is in Crown.
Alright, question 4.
Question 4.
Or you got anything else you need to...
I have nothing else.
Deodorant, spray, or something want to plug?
What are you trying to say? Let's see. Question 4. What is your favorite creature in a horror movie?
Wow. Why don't you go first for once?
It's a very simple answer. The Thing.
Wow.
Boom. That's it. You just honestly you can't beat it.
I'm gonna say this. And it was close because Frankenstein's my guy, but we already mentioned Frankenstein, so we're gonna go. Since I was a kid, a young chap, the Wolfman from the Monster Squad movie is number 1 for me. If you've seen that movie, and I know it has, it's starting to get a bigger cult following, but that transformation scene in that phone booth it's like one of my favorite transformation scenes. Like Stan Winston with that. He made that Wolfman. He more looks like a dog. I don't know if the last time you've seen the Monster Squad, but you know what I'm talking about. The big head. But the way it's shot in the phone booth in the middle of nowhere, you got the fog rolling in. The transformation scene breaks the phone booth, the music, the runaway. It's just that monster was just fucking scared me when I was a kid.
What did you think about the remake?
Of the Monster Squad?
No, of the Wolfman.
Oh, with
Benicio
del Toro?
Yeah.
When it wasn't CGI, it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
They were literally taking
I'm
pretty sure they won an Oscar for that movie, but they were literally taking single yak hairs and placing them in that suit.
Mm-hmm.
Each
for the
hair.
original.
No, for the remake.
Oh, I thought they. I didn't think they.
No, yeah, yak hair was fucking put in there.
Interesting.
Yep. So you know what? He fucked it up. And down the road, there's a question we're going to address, and we're going to talk about this. But until then, The Thing is a great answer, though. The Thing also terrified me.
Where are we at?
I hate when it fucking kills the dog, though, the prick.
Oh yeah, the Huskies. Question number 5. What movie do you dislike that everyone else seems to like?
Oh wow! I can't get my fucking glasses on. Jesus Christ.
Can't see your glasses.
Go to my cheat sheet. I forgot what I picked. I actually have 2. Why don't you go? Because I don't want to pick yours. I think I might know what you're gonna pick.
The Strangers. I fucking hate The Strangers.
Oh my god, that's a
fucking
surprise.
Hate the fucking Strangers.
I love The Strangers.
Case in point. Right there. I can't stand it.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean? Case in point.
It says, what movie do you dislike that everybody else loves?
Okay.
Say everybody else.
I thought you were saying I have bad taste.
I hate this movie. I fucking hate this movie so much.
Okay.
Because they're spoilers, okay? These fucking whack jobs, they knock on the door. Alright, cool.
Terrifying, Frank.
So they knock on the door. Alright, whatever. And then the people inside the house, 1, they let them in. Beyond me. 2, they fucking, he shoots his own friend, and then he gives them the gun. I just fucking...
Well, they don't let them in the house. They get in the house.
They let them get in the house.
Terrifying scene is when they're playing mind tricks on Liv Tyler, and she's just standing in the doorway, and you seen the guy with the potato sack face just standing there, and then suddenly he goes away. I remember seeing that movie. I thought that movie was great.
A lot of people did. I just don't
That
like
is that is what we like to call a realistic horror movie, because that can happen. Just randomly, you could be selected. 3 people go in your house.
It could happen.
Terrifying.
It is.
Okay.
It might have happened.
All right. That's fine.
I don't know. I just
Okay. So
don't
I thought you were gonna say this. I actually have 2, and I had one on the backup because really I dislike both of these movies, like equally. One, I thought you were gonna say the Blair Witch Project.
This fucking movie. This fucking movie. Fucking nuts.
Are we serious about this? The Blair Witch Project?
I can shoot a fucking scarier movie walking down the street right now.
I can go YouTube Fear on MTV, and that's scaring the Blair Witch Project.
I can shoot a movie right now scarier in my basement.
It's
It made millions upon millions of fucking dollars.
you don't see the monster. You don't. It sucks. It is awful. The actors suck.
What's he doing in the
The
corner at
camera
the
work
end?
sucks.
Taking a piss? What the fuck is he? Oh, he was possessed. Yeah, fucking.
You know what's
fuck outta here with
you know
that
what's so Tom McFarlane, he released this line. I feel like I mentioned these toys in every movie, but they're called Movie Maniacs. They had a Blair Witch Project figure. I'm like, where the fuck was this thing at? Like, I don't know if they just made it up, like the interpretation of the figure.
Yeah, they showed it.
But we'll insert a picture of the figure,
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't say it.
and we'll show you. But yeah, that movie fucking it stinks. It is awful. That's it. So my backup movie was also The Ring. That movie sucks too. Do you like The Ring?
It's not that I just don't.
Whose side you on?
It's like a. I fucking hate The Ring.
Bad movie, all around. The Grudge too, that sucks too. Man, we're
All
really on
those-
roll now.
all
It's gonna just
those-
turn into a bash fest.
All those American the remakes of the
All those
the Chinese
long
movies
hair-
or Asian movies.
Long haired girls in old dress that stink. Go to Fishtown. Go to Bottle Bar East in Philadelphia. You'll get one of them girls. Next question.
Where are we? 6. In any type of horror movie scenario,
Oh, here we go.
who would you want to be grouped with to ensure your survival?
Ghostbusters.
Ooh,
That's
good
my answer.
one. Ooh,
Nobody else I'd like to be with.
ooh, it is a good one. If I was gonna, this is a show.
I think
But-
I kind of know what you're gonna pick.
I would say Rick Grimes, of course.
Wow, that's a shocker. I thought you
But
would pick something else.
If we're gonna go with the movies, I'm gonna have to. I was looking through all of them, and for an
Oh,
actual
God.
group, I would say I would want to be a part of the Losers Club.
That's
What?
a cheap way.
Is it a cheap way? Is it?
You couldn't say like the Frog Brothers or Ash. You didn't say Ash. I thought you were gonna say Ash.
I was gonna say Ash.
Whatever. Okay.
I was upstairs looking, just going through them all, and I was gonna say Ash.
Shocked. I'm surprised. I am shocked by that answer.
Why?
honestly.
Because they're a tight group of friends. They're loyal to each other. They stick together, and I think that's very important. And kind of like when shit hits the fan, you need a tight group of friends.
I find
You know?
we're a tight group of friends, including Jared. But if fucking Michael Myers comes out of the woods, Jared's not going to be with us.
Yeah.
The tight knit group has nothing to do with it. Jared's running. All right. Next question.
Next question. Let's see, where are we at? Number 7.
Wow, we're moving along this thing.
I really just don't like this question.
Okay.
If you were given creative control over your favorite horror movie, what would you change?
Do you want to go or you want
No, you go, because I just.
So I told you, I warned you, we're going to come back to this, and it needs to be addressed. Universal Studios, what in the fuck are you doing to the monsters that made your fucking studio? Tom Cruise and some chick in The Mummy? Are you kidding me? What the fuck is that?
I didn't
Am I high?
I heard it's bad.
Then you get Benicio del Toro to play the Wolfman, which is like, oh, Anthony Hopkins is in it too. You figure, oh, this is going to be awesome. That fucking blew too. It turned into a Wolfman Royal Rumble the last 35 minutes of it. Like, what are you doing?
They're just fighting each
Stupid.
other.
Then they cast fucking all, everybody else, the big tagline, gods, whatever, and monsters, whatever the fuck, they bit off the Bride of Frankenstein quote. You cast Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. CGI fucking awful, terrible. Like, it's atrocious. As much money as Universal Studios made, you can't have decent CGI. Then I forgot the best one, Dracula Untold. What a fucking joke that was, too. Sucked.
I didn't watch any of them. I didn't waste my time.
Like, I don't understand. You have to bring in all this CGI and all this thing. These characters based on real sets, real actors, with less money they had back then.
I feel like they just throw big name actors in these movies just to put them out there.
I am so sick of Universal Studios. Despicable Me, the Fast and Furious. Don't make 26 of them because they make money. That studio does not give a shit about making good movies anymore. Even the theme parks suck. The theme parks blow. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. But Universal Studios Monsters, I wish they would give me an opportunity to make them movies, because I definitely could make them. Serious.
So what would you change?
I would change everything about the new Universal monster movies. The new Universal, thing they're trying to redo, which I think already got canceled after the Mummy movie. I think it's already done.
Because it was a bad movie. I heard it was a bad movie. I didn't say it.
Now listen, also, I don't want to see the hate comments come in Roy's a fucking hater, he's a loser,
Piece of
he's
shit.
a piece of shit,
Piece of shit.
If you enjoy the movies, I'm sorry, but I just think they're money grabs. There's nothing put into them. They're junk.
Can I go? Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you finished?
Mm-hmm. My blood pressure is going up with these questions.
Oh. So what would I want to change about my favorite horror movie? Well, I feel like my favorite horror movie is Nightmare on Elm Street. Obviously the first one, because the remake was a piece of shit.
I'm still mad about
but
this.
it's my favorite horror movie, and if it wouldn't be my favorite horror movie if there was stuff that I could change in the movie. I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's great. I absolutely love it. I want to change nothing.
So what are you going to change?
Nothing.
The question is...
Well, my answer is nothing.
What a fucking... Another terrible answer. That is
Next.
the worst answer ever.
My answer?
Okay, I'm gonna elaborate
You're fucking...
on Frank's.
Oh my god. Here we
The
go.
Nightmare on Elm Street remake should have been an abortion right off the jump.
It's bad. I shouldn't have even made it.
I had hopes for that movie too.
Oh yeah, of course I did too.
Because what's his name?
Haley?
Rorschach.
Yeah.
Or Haley, whatever it was.
Haley.
Earl Haley, is it?
Yeah, something. He is this three fucking...
Anyway, he was awesome as Rorschach in The
Yeah.
Watchmen.
I like him as an actor, just the movie fucking was awful.
Awesome as Kelly Leach in Bad News Bears also. Bad News Bears, he was the kid.
Oh yeah.
Next question.
Alright, moving along here. 8. What are your... Oh, this fucking question too. What are your 2 favorite artwork covers to horrible movies? Now, before we get started, if I don't like the movie, if I think the movie's a horrible movie, I really don't give a shit about it at all, and I'm not gonna look at the cover or whatever. So I changed it to my 2 favorite
You can't do that.
art covers. I can't do that?
Can't do that.
Okay, well then, in that case, my answer is I don't know. What do you have to say about it?
No, go ahead. Just for the sake of it, I want to hear it.
You want to know?
Yeah, your 2 favorite cover movie posters.
2 favorite covers. 1.
Oh, you got the...
I got the movies. The artworks
nice.
for the... is that what we're talking about? The
artwork, movie artwork, yeah.
Yeah, movie artwork. Right here, the voices. It's a
like
steel
that.
book.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the bloody paw prints. You got the bloody fingers right there. Turn it around. It's a refrigerator. See that? And you open it up, and you got the contents of the refrigerator.
Shout out to Alex
there.
Bender from the Chamonix Creek Brewing Company for
Yes.
pulling that movie in my direction.
Yep. And then the other one is right here. I should have fucking brought it over with me. If I want to suck a fucking piece of shit.
You're shaking the set here.
My apologies. This just came out a couple months ago. I really dig the black and white of Night of the Living Dead. You see all the-
Criterion never disappoints,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Yes, it's a great artwork right there. You see all the hands coming off at them. I just think it's really cool artwork that they did for this one. And I was putting this off for a while, buying this movie here, just because I figured, I was really hoping for something cooler to come out, like a special edition. And then Criterion came out with this.
Yeah. I'm gonna say two movies that I really dislike. I dislike, but the cover art is Arrow's release of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I didn't see the cover of it.
The cover's awesome. That cover never disappoints. That movie poster never disappoints. The toys
Arrow's
I had
pretty
when I was a
sharp.
kid.
They do good work with what they put out.
But I hate that movie. I really dislike that movie. And Children of the Corn, Arrow's cover of that. I hate
Really? You didn't like it?
I can't.
It's
stand it.
reversible. You can flip it inside out.
No, the cover's great. I hate the movie.
Oh, yes. Really? You don't like the movie?
I hate the movie.
Huh.
Hate it. Hate it.
Outlander! Screamed it for like 10 minutes. Outlander!
The best part is the opening scene is pretty cool. That could have been a good nominee. Opening scene.
Yeah.
The slaughter in a diner.
Yeah, it could have been pretty good.
Yeah. But like, you run into the problem with all King's movies. Well, most of King's movies. It feels like
It was like the 80s horror.
the better books he made, like the more popular books, they all got the cheesy TV two-part incarnation.
A lot of them, here's a fun fact, a lot of them were made from Night Shift, his novella.
The good ones.
However it's fucking
The good ones.
the 80s, what we were just talking about, that movie, Children of the Corn was
That was a little
story in
okay.
that. Yeah. A lot of them are from, like, the smaller stories
Got
you're
it.
getting from. Stories are really cool in the book,
Now-
just as the movie.
Also, Green Mile, Shawshank, are they short stories? Or
They are.
Okay.
They are from different seasons.
Because I was going to say, it feels like his better movies are from the short stories.
Shawshank is the Green Mile came out with like a series of books for the Green Mile, which just got released in one large novel.
Wow, no shit.
I don't have to.
I don't read books. I mean, I used to read a little bit, but now it's just, you work the night shift, you gotta,
You got life.
Yeah.
Life hit you.
So, next question.
Next question. Where are we at? Number 9?
9.
Number 9. What is a movie that you have tried to watch several times, but for some reason you are unable to get through it?
Good, Frank.
I want to take this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I was thinking, and I was like, there's no movie that I haven't watched, no horror movie that I haven't watched all the way through. And then I was like, I couldn't think of anything. And literally, before you came over, I was just flipping through the channels on TV, and I seen it. I seen the one fucking horror movie that, for some reason, I just cannot get through, and a lot of people really like this movie.
Batman and Robin?
No. Close. Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it. Never
I
watched
tried.
it.
I tried to watch this movie like 2 or 3 times too. I think it was once by myself, once with my wife, and then maybe like another random time. From the beginning, each time too, like sit down to watch this movie in particular, and just haven't gotten through it. The one time I think I just like started doing other stuff, then the other time I fell asleep, and just haven't been able to watch it.
There it
I
is.
don't know what it is.
Drag Me to Hell. For me, My Bloody Valentine.
Really?
Yeah. Wanted to watch it, like the setting, just, I don't know, I just can't get, it's not because it's bad, it's just like every time I put it on, either you run the same problem, I fall asleep, whatever, but yada, yada, yada. But what I seen of it wasn't, I thought it'd be a little better, honestly. And I'm not saying I expect to be an Oscar winner, but I don't know, wasn't crazy about it.
Ready for number 10?
That's it, last one.
What movie would you like to have in your collection that you don't already own? You first.
I'm gonna say, and it's not because I don't want to put the money out to get it, but it's just there's really not. And if I am wrong on this, please send me a link below in the comment section. The 1925 Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney. cannot find a good blue. Well, there is a Blu. I found a Blu-ray copy, but it's on eBay for like $75. I don't know if it's out of print. But you figured they would release like a special edition or something like that, you know?
Didn't they release it with the other
That's
black
with,
and
Claude Rains, I believe, plays Family Opera.
what with the steelbooks that Best Buy released?
Yeah, they didn't release a Family Opera one.
Oh no, interesting.
And I believe he's also the Invisible Man, Claude Rains. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not. There's a Family Opera that they made, Universal made, and it was in the 50s. That's not Lon Chaney.
Oh, okay.
See, for me, I view Lon Chaney's 1925 version as the Family Opera. I don't even get into the other one. Its color was on the same set, you know, but the 1925 one, that Nosferatu, forget the name of it, but it's a Twilight Zone episode, but it's all silent. But they're like a handful of silent movies I can actually watch and enjoy. What would you want in your collection?
Creepshow. I haven't got it because I just the DVD. It was like the Blu-ray of it or whatever. Just seemed there was like not many special features on it, and for some reason I just kept putting it off. I didn't like the artwork or the cover or whatever. But I don't know when it's coming out. Coming out soon, within the next few weeks, maybe a month or two from now. But I think it might be Shout Factory or
it's Shout Factory, but they're horror. They Scream Factory.
Scream Factory.
Who also does really good stuff.
Yeah, I like all the
like
stuff.
I got the Carrie Scream Factory, and it's like filming locations of Carrie and like
all the special features.
Yeah, so they do their stuff good.
A steelbook. Scream Factory's coming out with a steelbook of Creepshow, which I'm looking forward to getting. But at the current moment, I don't own it.
There we go.
So there you go. All 10 questions.
10 questions answered.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yes.
Just a little sit down.
We'll be coming out with more stuff, in the near future. Me, Jar, Roy.
We have a big one for the three of us to get together to talk some movies. Topic to be revealed later. Also, of course, always have adventures spinning. And
we got a lot more equipment too, so we're going to be going out.
Yeah.
Have different topics.
This video is being shot currently on the DJI Osmo Mobile 2.
There you have it.
Yeah. So, quick shout outs real quick. I don't watch personally, but I know Jared has some subscribers on this channel that do watch wrestling. Apron Work Podcast. Check it out. My buddy Mike, Walton, Peachy, they killed in the podcast. Also, Dr. Movie 91, I believe it is. Dr. Movie 91. And Outlaw of the Dead. Because I actually watched they did their 10 questions.
Okay, yeah. And that's where you got this from?
And that's where I got this from. So
Good
they
stuff.
didn't directly invite us, but they said if we wanted to participate, we could do it. So
and here we are.
Here we are. Yeah. So. And of course, follow us on Instagram if you'd like to get to know us a little better and take this relationship a little more serious.
Like I said, Rockers Reviews. I post if I watch stuff, if I read anything, I just post my thoughts on it. If anybody cares what I think.
And Big Daddy Dildo Slam, that's my sex Instagram. And Laugh-O-Gram Studios, seriously, Laugh-O-Gram Studios is my Disney Instagram. If you like Disney, all types of park stuff, history stuff in there. And then Big Roy Money 55, Big Roy Money 55. And then Jared is Opie. He changes every fucking week, this guy, with his, I think it's just Opie 1986. So look him up too.
Wasn't it Opie 09?
He had 2 things he was going on doing. I don't know. Whatever.
Ask in
Okay.
the comments below for Lantry if you want to follow.
All right. So like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.